My brain is fried. From personal matters to family life to work, it all just never comes to a stop. This has left my brain needing to be busy 24/7, worsening my already alarming levels of stress. I had to do what I do best: pack my bags, take a road trip into the wilderness, and begin a much needed digital detox. To cope with my overstimulation, we just got here to Asheville, North Carolina. Yes, this is my second time here this year, and this time we have a plus one. Do you want to say hi, plus one?
Hello, plus ones.
I guess technically you are a plus one, so you kind of ate that. So I thought, what better way than to kick off another Asheville trip than with a natural and amazing Airbnb tour. First things first, we have this little tiny dining area, including a dining table, 2 dining chairs with these soft little polar bear-esque little pieces of fur on it. And then the table also has things like the fireplace remote because it's electric. And then we also have the manual for the actual Airbnb / anything we need, things around town, just overall guide for the area and where we're staying at. We have the entertainment area with a TV that's already occupied. If you're wondering why he's on the game, the whole point of us was for us to come out here and do nothing simultaneously. And I think we're doing great already because I'm not really doing anything but giving you a tour, and he's playing the game and I'm about to play my game, so call it productive body doubling. We have our kitchen area with a full fridge. We have a cabinet over there, and then we have a sink right over here, followed up with some teas, coffees, complimentary s'mores, that whole ordeal. We also have a full size oven. We have a full stove. You can barely see it, but we do have a full stove. And then right behind me we have the bathroom. So in this bathroom we have a full shower over here. We have a toilet right here, which you don't need to see, but just know we have a toilet. We also have a full sink, as well as a view of the beautiful Buick sitting outside that I have been driving for the past month and some change because I've been working with Buick on a brand deal. That's the bathroom. I don't know why I said that, but that's the bathroom. You're probably having 2 questions. Aliyah, first of all, what's this ladder behind you? And second of all, where are you sleeping? Let me show you. I don't even know if you could see me. Can you even see me? The bed's up here. We're in a loft. Although it's gonna be a pain in the butt if anybody has to pee at night, I still think it's cool for what it is. I've never stayed in a loft, so a win is a win. So per the title of the video, I have been feeling a little bit scatterbrained, just like I was the first time that I decided to come to Asheville. But instead of letting it ruminate and sit and marinate and just progressively get worse, I was like, you know what? Let's be proactive. So about a month and a half ago, I booked a time to come out here just so ground ourselves within our surroundings. Also, the little peanut is literally falling asleep. I was just having one of those moments and I really needed to give myself the space to kind of just be. This was a way of me to take some initiative when it came to my mental health and my creative mind, because if you don't take breaks, you're really not good for nothing. I just felt like it was time that I went ahead and took some time with some of my favorite people and my favorite pet, my only pet, but my favorite pet, and just really, made some time to relax, chill out, and kind of just be. The art of just being is one of my favorites, so that's exactly what we're here to do this time, and I thought I would take you guys along the journey, which is why I'm getting a whole video about it. So you win because you get a video, I win because I'm getting my space, everybody wins because I'm posting videos and I'm happy about the videos. I think this is a really good middle ground for all of us involved, don't you think? We did stop at a Bodega / convenience store in downtown Asheville. We went into town. Y'all know how I am about going into town. I want to give you a haul of everything we got because we actually got some pretty good stuff while we were there. Although we ate some of it already, we still got it nonetheless. Forgot to show you the closet. The closet's over there. How fun is that? Let's do a Bodega / convenience store haul, shall we? First things first, we both got some waters, but his is in the fridge because I haven't started drinking mine yet, which is pitiful because I don't think I've drank any water today, which is honestly god awful. So give me a second. Probably gonna have to pee in 5 minutes, but it's fine. Moving on to food and snacks, the first thing that I grabbed was this Green Machine Naked Smoothie. Then I decided to get something that I got last time, which was a super turkey and cheddar sandwich, because one thing I'm gonna do is bust down a sandwich, and considering one of the amenities that we have here, along with the fire pit and just outdoor seating, is a hot tub. So if we wanna get in the hot tub and then I wanna have some chips, put a little bit of pickles on my sandwich with the chips, y'all already know what I'm talking about. Like, you already know what's going on. You're not new to this because you're true to this. You're a real swimmer, real water baby. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know that I collect things literally every time I go to a new city. And last time I was in Asheville, I didn't get any souvenirs, which kind of bummed me out. So this time, I didn't make the same mistake again. As soon as I saw a magnet, I had to pick it up. So I got a Asheville, North Carolina magnet to put on my fridge when I get home. Next thing I got was pretty random. I got this Asheville Tea Company Mountain Chai because I do love supporting local. I got 2 jams. This is a blackberry mojito it's meant to be jam, and when I saw that I immediately was like, oh my god, I really need to get my hands on that to potentially make a matcha with this. It has blackberry, rum, lime, and mint jam in it, homemade in Little Switzerland, North Carolina. And on the top it says quite perfectly the world's most perfect jams. Yeah, like of course I'm gonna buy that. Like why wouldn't I buy that? And then I also got a blackberry hibiscus jam because once again that just sounds delectable inside of a matcha. Oh, and then also I almost forgot, I also got a bag of goldfish and a bag of Oh Snap Dilly Bites, the dill pickle snacking chips, because I love pickles so much. It's honestly kind of sick. You want one? Here you go. We have a baby. I've never had a baby on Tomodachi. You don't check Tomodachi for one day and all of a sudden somebody has a baby. Can I also do a small half and half? We're back at the Airbnb now, and we, had dinner, got ice cream, the huge, nothing crazy. Went on a little fart walk and everything. We're driving back to the Airbnb, and this entire time, Mr. Man has been like, oh, we're gonna see a bear. Oh, we're gonna see a bear. Oh, we're gonna see a bear. And as I am coming to the end of the road where I have to veer off to how we get to the Airbnb, what do we see? A baby black bear, a bear cub. And as somebody with anxiety, I immediately begin to panic. Well, first of all, I take my phone out and take the worst video of all time. I get like the rear end of the bear. I'm literally in the bear's turf. I am in their homeland, but at the same time, I still have a reason to be concerned because he's a snack. Bears, coyotes, wolves, he's always gonna be a snack, which is why I'm always so cautious about where I take him. And last time I was here, I didn't see any wildlife, but the second a man is here, I see wildlife. But I am about to take my shower for the night, and I'm going to sleep with one eye halfway open because there's a window up in the loft and I want to see if any wildlife comes by. It better not. It better not. Good morning. It is the next day. We got this recommendation from his twin brother, actually, because his twin brother came to Asheville not too long ago and said this place was hitting. I do trust a personal recommendation from people who do know us a little bit more than what TikTok and Instagram and all that say, because they kind of know our taste a little bit more. We're currently waiting to be seated. It is so freaking cute here. I genuinely can't even grasp it. I have on my country bumpkin overall outfit today, so I feel like I'm really just diving into the aesthetic of the restaurant and the scenery of where we're at. Hopefully we'll be seated soon because I am getting a little bit hungry, some may say, just a little. Have a little chat. We're gonna have a little chat here. I keep talking about how I'm overstimulated this, I'm overstimulated that, but do we really know what being overstimulated means? Overstimulation is also known as a sensory overload, and it occurs when your nervous system receives more input than it can process. And this happens when your senses, which is sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And this is according to Apple ABA Autism Therapy, or appleabacare.com. There's an estimated 15 to 20% of people who are highly sensitive people that have a heightened sensory process system within their bodies and nervous systems. Neurodivergent individuals also experience stuff like this, so people with ADHD, autism, even Tourette's, anxiety, and even PTSD. Now, there's a whole slew of things that can trigger this, and there's a strong correlation between technology and digital overload, as I'm continuing to read from this source right now, and I quote, "The digital environment presents unique challenges with constant notifications demanding attention, blue light from screens disrupting sleep and stress hormones, and social media's endless stream of stimulating content, emails, and messages blur the line between work and rest, while video calls require more focus than in-person interactions, all contributing to a sensory overload." I think some very common symptoms and signs of me personally being overstimulated is, one, my impatience. You can ask anybody. When I'm overstimulated, I am the most impatient person in the world. I'm also very snappy. Sometimes when I get overstimulated, I get like brain fog and I like can't think properly. Fatigue is another really big one for me. Difficulty focusing. Social withdrawal is a huge one. You ever been at the function and you're like, I need to go and have my 10 minutes of TikTok scrolling time? Yeah, because your social battery is dead and you're probably overstimulated. Avoidance, sleep disturbances even, and so many more that I am not listing. Yesterday, I think we briefly touched on my goal for this entire trip, and my goal for this entire trip is to understimulate my overstimulated brain. So dealing with my impatience, my irritability, my inability to focus on anything. And the way I'm doing that, you may be wondering, diving into tasks that take me a long ass time to do. So playing Tomodachi Life without skipping the cutscenes, reading a new book and starting a new book because that's the only book option that I have on me. Trying not to zip through my playlist by skipping songs like 10 at a time to find just the one. Actually listening to it and enjoying myself, because if I'm constantly looking for a thing to stimulate me, such as skipping through a million songs or just scrolling through Instagram reels or scrolling through TikTok or playing games that just kind of itch a part of my brain very quickly, how am I gonna understimulate my brain and it's already overstimulated when I'm adding more stimuli to my already overstimulated brain? It doesn't make any sense. So over the next couple days, and I know this has been a really chatty part of the video, but I will be going into, like I said, more activities that require me to slow down and kind of take my time with doing stuff. And I think being in places that are slower and have simpler living, such as Asheville, compared to a city setting like Charlotte, because everything has to be more intentional. Oh, we want breakfast. It's gonna take you 20 to 25 minutes to figure it out, so be very intentional with where you're picking. Oh, you want dinner? Instead of going and getting something else, maybe for tonight we eat our leftovers that we actually got that require us to wait a certain amount of time for the oven to heat up so we can reheat it. And you know, just doing smaller stuff like that to really give my brain a second to breathe and actually realize I am not in fight or flight mode, and not everything has to be a whole production if I do not want it to be. I also just want to take a little moment to give Cashew his flowers, because he has been behaving so freaking well this entire trip. So everybody say thank you, Cashew, and congratulations, Cashew, and Cashew, you're my goat in the comments, please. Other than barking at two babies, he's been really good, so I'm really happy about that. Something that has been on my mind recently is this whole concept of an analog bag. Was it really performative, or is it effective? I don't know. Whatever gets the girls off their phone, I'm really happy about that. I did not bring my mini Trader Joe's bag, which plays as my like analog or hobby bag, whatever you want to call it, because one, I didn't want to carry it, and two, I don't want to give myself too many options. I boiled my options for what I'd be doing / things I could do while we're here in Asheville down to two things, and they are the slowest hobbies that I have. One being reading. This is The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. Been in my physical TBR for a long time, and I think this is a perfect book to get out of a reading slump, get another try. And then of course the second thing that I brought with me that I was playing yesterday was my, drumroll please, Nintendo Switch 2. Now you're probably wondering, Aliyah, how is video gaming a way to become understimulated and cure your overstimulation? Can I talk? Overstimulation? Let me tell you. One of my favorite games right now is Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, and it's a game where you create me's and they all live on this island and chaos literally ensues. I would say like when you play The Sims, you're like God, but when you play Tomodachi, you're like their next door neighbor whom they look to for advice, if that makes sense. And you can't control a lot of what they do, but at the same time, you can kind of sway stuff in a certain direction. There are funny cutscenes, there's funny dream sequences. Not everybody needs something all of the time / your help. It definitely is a slower game than what I've played like in the past and everything. I think Tomodachi, as well as the other games that I have on here such as Minecraft, I also have Animal Crossing, which I need to play, and I've also been looking into playing Pukopia, which is the Pokemon version of Animal Crossing, but apparently it's better. Let me know if you ever played that, because I would love to dive into that. I would also like to say I did in fact bring my Fujifilm X100 gifted to me by Mr. Mans. Mr. Mans, thank you. So if I ever feel the urge and I don't have crumbling anxiety over a bear eating me, I can go on a photo walk, and photography Photography is also a very, very, very slow hobby. So is videography. So I kind of have options, but I definitely wanted to limit myself no more to 3 or 4. I think we have a pretty good lineup of things that I can entertain myself with and that I will be entertaining myself with that are all pretty slow, pretty calm, and that will get my nervous system back to where I need it to be just in time for me to get back to regular life, but with a fresh and clear brain, which I naturally came out here for. Sorry for the harsh and bad lighting, but as I just left Whole Foods, I have started to realize that Asheville is like Florida in terms of like the spurts of random rain, and instead of alligators, they have bear. Anyways, here's what I got from Whole Foods. Wait, it's a Queen City pastry. How cute is that? It's a strawberry shortcake cheesecake slice. This sounded actually decadent. And then I decided to also get a thing of body wash. So we forgot to bring some, and my bar of soap is on its last leg, so I got some of that. I also decided to get some chocolate syrup to go with my brownies that I got, and to go with my brownies and chocolate syrup, I got some of this Van Leeuwen vanilla bean ice cream because I was really craving some. I think my period's about to start, so I think that's why I wanted it. Finally, I decided to get just a regular chocolate cupcake for whole dollars, may I add. This was insanely expensive because I went to Whole Foods, but hopefully it's everything that I've ever wanted and more. Taste test my matcha. That is so good. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. After a very rainy morning, the rain has finally slowed down, but I don't think that's really gonna change any of the plans today, which is to lay around and be a bum. Today's gonna be a very, very, very big Tomodachi day. And I don't know if I talked about it before, but I didn't play Tomodachi for literally 1 day. Why did I come back and I have a child? I had baby in my recent marriage, been married for like not even a full week, and there already is baby. Like, guys, we can hold the brakes, we can slow down, we can do all that type of thing. I want to go ahead and do some fun Tomodachi stuff today because I didn't really play yesterday. I did play it, but not as much as I would have liked to, and considering I basically have to level up 8 levels by 10 a.m. tomorrow, I have some things that I have to do. Also, my matcha from this morning, it's a blackberry hibiscus matcha. I used a blackberry hibiscus jam that I got from the corner store. I put some boiling water in it, watered it down, made like a syrup situation, and it's genuinely so good. And for my matcha to be this good, and I didn't think I had all the proper tools to make it good, I still pulled through and persevered. I am very happy. After, I think, almost 2 hours straight of playing Tomodachi, I managed to get to level like 96 or 97, something like that. But I decided to take a break because I found myself feeling the need to get up and move around, and I don't really know what that's about, but you know, that led me to sitting here on the floor and started to make me think about the video that I'm doing right here. And I started to feel a little bit bad. I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but at the same time, it's like, as much as I would love every single video of mine to be this cinematic, life-changing production, that's just not 100% feasible or doable or realistic. I noticed that even when it comes to making videos, which are a really long process for me, from the ideation to the planning to the execution, it's a process nonetheless with several steps. And I noticed that whenever shots aren't hitting as much as I would want them to, or I feel like my script that I do for like certain voiceovers aren't really hitting emotionally, like those emotional hits that I want, and getting to those. But I think that's just going to show that even if you go out of your way to necessarily plan something, it's not always going to go the way that you want / need, and you're not going to get that dopamine rush or serotonin boost or just that stimulant that your body is craving, because it's like, matter of fact, I'm not doing a good job right now. And I think that is what's happening to me right now, because this video was just kind of all over the place. The thing that I filmed and planned start to finish was the intro for this video, and the rest of it I just kind of put up in the air, just like I did with my last Asheville vlog. But considering I think the last time I came here I had a lot more things to say in terms of finding myself, because my brain was overstimulated coming, and as I'm slowly coming down, I noticed that I'm just moving a lot slower in terms of urgency to make something this big inspirational thing. And I think that just goes to show that me being here is in fact working, despite me so far thinking us coming here for a couple of days, the past 2 days, has been a success. I still, in fact, do not have it all together. Still have some outlying things that I feel like will always be a little bit present, because I do think I have become a perfectionist, sadly, and I get dopamine hits and I get stimulated when my perfectionist tendencies jump out and they're right, because something I planned goes exactly how I wanted. But regardless, I'm not always going to be 100% calm and regulated as much as I would like to, or at least I don't see that for the foreseeable future. But I would love for that to be a possibility, and I think we are slowly but surely making our way towards like that. It might not happen this trip, but I think it's potentially possible. So that's always nice. You gotta fake it till you make it. I think this will be a really good time to necessarily discuss how I deal with being overstimulated. When I do not have the opportunity to completely detach and run away to the mountains, there are some things I like to do at home that help me with being overstimulated. The first thing, aside from completely removing myself from a situation, if I do not have the ability to do so, going to a quieter area or a quieter room of where I'm at definitely helps my nervous system a lot to realize, okay, you have the space to calm down. Let's go ahead and calm down. If I can't get away from somewhere and it's too loud, one thing I'm gonna do is put them AirPods in, or my Sony XM6s if I really want to detach. If I can't control the traffic, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna put at least a little bit of a safety cone, which is gonna be my noise canceling headphones, and really just blocking out the world, because noise really does it for me. Also, something that my anxiety girlies probably know all about is the 5 4 3 2 1 method. Unintentionally do it, but it definitely does help. You identify 5 things that you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And gradually it just kind of grounds you in a way where you wouldn't be able to do that intentionally when you're overstimulated. And I think just groundwork has been a really big thing for me when I'm overstimulated, specifically at home and I can't run away. It's very hard to be grounded in a space where it feels like you are literally the only person in the room who's having a bad time right now. If that is not working for you, you're just looking for a way to kind of do this in a general sense on a day-to-day basis. Another thing I really like to do is slower hobbies such as coloring, reading, playing my game that requires me to slow down a bit and be a lot more intentional with what I'm playing. Just finding things that allow you to slow down and really hone in and focus on what you're doing instead of outside stimuli has been an absolute lifesaver for me. And those are things that I usually do when I'm at home, like I said, when I can't run away to Asheville anytime I have any type of inconvenience. At the end of the day, my days at the cabin had to end, but that doesn't mean that my journey with dealing with ADHD symptoms such as overstimulation is done. I've been dealing with ADHD all my life, but my diagnosis still isn't even a year old yet, so I'm taking it day by day in order to learn the best practices for myself, my well-being, and mental health. I don't have all the answers now, but as time goes by, I hope to learn more and share more about my journey with you all in hopes to inspire and help you all, even if it's just one person. So even if you're feeling overwhelmed, overworked, or even overstimulated now, just know that there are things that you can do and you shouldn't feel the need to live your everyday life in such a state.